We're going live on YouTube, so please don't give out any addresses or phone numbers.
Okay.
Right. Today's date is March 8th, 2022. In Dickens County, Texas, I call cause number 4784 in the interest of Spencer Lee Chumley. Ms. Boutros, do you want me to combine the other case and consider testimony from both cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I'll also call cause number 4786 in the interest of Mary Sue R. Williams. The court's file reflects that all of the parties have been served on both cases. However, present in person is, or by audio and video, is Cheryl Jones. Ms. Jones, are you ready to proceed on both cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Also present by audio and video is Alicia Gloria. Are you ready, Ms. Gloria, to proceed on both cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, and Ms. Boutros is here representing the state. Are you ready, Ms. Boutros?
Yes, Your Honor, present and ready.
All right, you may proceed by calling your first witness.
The state would like to call Cheryl Jones.
Ms. Jones, would you raise your right hand, please? Only swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you, Ms. Jones.
Ms. Jones, how are you related to the children in this case?
I'm their maternal grandmother.
Or I should say cases. How many of the children are residing with you?
All three of them.
Okay. And you understand that we are only discussing the child of Mr. Chumley and of Mr. Williams at this time.
Yes.
And how long have they resided with you?
Since June of 2018.
Okay. And how are the children currently covered as far as medical support or medical coverage?
They have Medicaid.
Okay. Is there any other source of coverage that's available to them at a reasonable cost at this time?
I mean, my husband, well, we're common law. I don't know for sure that he would be able to claim them on his, but that's the only other insurance that, and I mean, nobody's on it except for him, just through his work.
Okay. And how are you related to Ms. Gloria?
She is my daughter.
Okay. And does she currently reside with you?
Yes.
And so does she help support the children that are in your household?
Yeah, she helps, and when she'll sometimes get money to help,
help buy groceries and things like that.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Chumley, has he helped support? Has he provided any sort of support for his child?
No, he has not.
And where is Mr. Chumley currently?
He's incarcerated in Lubbock County.
And has he been there for a while?
Yeah, about a year, I think. I'm not sure the exact date, but it's been quite a while.
And prior to this incarceration, was he incarcerated in the past as well?
Yes, he was incarcerated in Lubbock off and on various charges, like driving with suspended license, all sorts of stuff like that.
Okay. And at this point, I understand that Mr. Chumley is incarcerated at this point. Do you have any safety concerns with Mr. Chumley being around his child?
No, my only concerns is that, he does his drug use. And I know that, like, he goes in and he gets cleaned up and he comes back out. But I follow him on Facebook just to, check and see. And you can tell he gets real skinny and gaunt looking and stuff that he's using again. So my only concern is that, supervised visitation and, make sure he's not using drugs. Other than that, I don't think he would physically be a threat.
So we had previously discussed kind of a step-up visitation for him
Yes.
whenever he is released.
Yes.
Is that something that you were wanting to see put in place and asking the court to consider today?
Yes, yes. Like I said, I just want to be able to, that if, something comes up and I think he's using drugs again, I want to be able to have that leg to stand on that I can, like, he can't just take the kid and go, you know what I'm saying?
So what we had discussed was 6 periods of visitation on first, third, and fifth Saturdays from 1 to 5 that were supervised. And only if those were completed that he would have another 6 that were unsupervised for the same time frame. And then again, only if those are completed would he have all day visitations for 6 periods, then 1 overnight until the standard possession order. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And that's because that way he'd have to complete each step before he graduated to the next. And it would give you the ability to make sure you felt the child was safe with him. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And as far as Miss Gloria is concerned, since she resides with you, we talked about just in case something were to change in that situation, that we would put the standard possession order in place, so that if she was no longer there, she was still guaranteed some visitation. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
But we understand that since she resides there, obviously she sees all the children on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. and,
oh, yeah.
and you understand that because Mr. Chumley is currently incarcerated, that we cannot set a current child support or medical support obligation for him, right?
Yes, yes.
And as we previously talked about, are you requesting any sort of current or retroactive support from Miss Gloria at this time?
No, I am not.
And is that because she's helping you out and living there in the household, et cetera?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. And are you able to work with Miss Gloria to make decisions as far as the children are concerned?
Yeah. We work we pretty much come to agreements on it.
But do you have any contact with Mr. Chumley when he's not incarcerated?
No, I haven't seen Mr. Chumley since the day I picked the kids up. Okay. Back in 18.
Gotcha. No further questions, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
Let's have some testimony about Mr. Williams.
And Your Honor, we wouldn't be, the cases that we have open right now are just pursuing support or just against Miss Gloria on all the children, and the only father that we have a case against is Mr. Chumley.
All right. All right, then based on the evidence and the testimony before me, then I'm going to enter the requested order and the requested relief as to Mr. Chumley. I am going to also add that he consumed no alcohol or drugs 12 hours prior to or during the visitation.
Cool. Sounds good.
And then, Your Honor, we ask that the court take judicial notice of the DNA results that have been submitted that confirms paternity of Mr. Chumley.
All right, I take judicial notice of the DNA test results that do not exclude Mr. Chumley as the biological father of Spencer.
So we are asking, Your Honor, that Ms. Gloria and Ms. Jones be named as joint managing conservators of, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm going back and forth because we have the two different cases. They be named as joint managing conservators of Spencer Chumley, and that Mr. Johnny Chumley be named as a possessory conservator on that case, with Ms. Jones having the exclusive right to determine the primary residency of the child. At the same time, we ask that Ms. Jones and Miss Gloria be named as joint managing conservators of the child, Mara Sue Williams. We ask that there be no retroactive child support ordered for any of the parties in the case, and no current child support be ordered for Mr. Chumley because he is currently incarcerated, or for Miss Gloria as she resides in the household and helps contribute towards costs and expenses regarding the children.
All right, I'm granting that relief, and I'm also waiving court costs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Boutros is going to prepare those orders for my signature. I will sign off on them. There is a period of 3 business days during which anybody could request a new hearing. If we do that, if somebody does that, you get a new hearing in front of Judge Smith, and he would start over and hear from you both again. But if nobody does that, this order starts to become final, and you should get a copy in the mail, on one on both children, one on each child, within about 2 weeks. If you don't have one by then, please call the Lubbock Rural AG's office and remember to send one to you either by regular mail or email. Okay?
Okay.
And then we
Alright.
will be resetting that other case so that we can obtain service of the father on that case.
Thank you both for appearing today. We'll be back to deal with Mr. Upchurch's case. And I want to thank you so much. Good luck to you and your family.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we done?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right. We have people here on the other case.
Okay. Let me.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for waiting. This is Judge Sundstrom.
Good morning.
Who's calling in? Well, let's get everybody connected to audio. Who's calling in from area code 432?
This is Billy McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. McDonald.
You're welcome.
All right. And who's Ruby? Calling in from Ruby. They're gone.
Uh-oh.
And who's calling in from the AT&T phone? Or Ms. Bethard, is that you? Ms. Bethard?